the sounds of animals fighting. Breathing with the strength of a wounded fighter, drops of blood fall silently from the scars of survival, limping and determined to make it home once more. Let me grant you an eye into this story, a wolf on the hunt with only half its focus there. High up in a snowy mountain it makes its home, the reflective white pelt its choice to wear. This day had brought upon a minor blizzard, nothing to deny this hungry parent for his child. The hunt must continue for the sake of their future, whether the weather be unpleasant or mild. A defiant forest always stood as a certainty. Small creatures would take refuge and fall victim as prey. The wolf wandered onwards as the storm grew in severity. This would be the only source of food for today. Much harder to blend in with trees and foliage, but right now, this was the only way. The wolf entered and ventured deep into the woodland. Only once far inside did the rumbling begin. The wolf looked around to locate the sound. Was it a bear? Some other predator? It felt an unease over its skin. And in that moment, all became clear. Avalanche. The wolf turned its tail and darted away. The rolling snow and ice decimated everything in its path. Smaller trees were uprooted and ground plants swallowed entirely. A ferocity indicative of nature's unprovoked wrath. The wolf ran hard, but the forest was always changing. It tripped on a tree root and crashed to the ground. It tried to recover despite scrapes and pain, but couldn't fast enough as the snow caught up and began to surround. The wolf gained momentum as it rose rather than sank, almost surfing the calamity till the adrenaline ran dry. Hurled into a stronger tree, it howled out in pain. As its consciousness faded, all it saw was a whiteout sky. Though it miraculously woke to a very different surrounding. What forest remained was beaten and destroyed. The ground was much higher and no longer solid. Now a mocking, gentle touch hiding a snow-filled void. The wolf had barely survived the ordeal. Its leg had turned its white pelt to red. Its face had cuts and back was swollen. Despite it all, however, it was not dead. Instinct kicked in and the wolf tried to stand, though its back right leg gave in from the pain. Fighting to survive, it arose once more, limping its way back home again. With the surrounding area in ruins, no sight helped. The wolf tracked its scent to find its way home. If any other surviving animal were to be following it, the trail of blood left in the snow would leave little need to roam. Though as the wolf staggered, something caught its eye. A large rabbit lay motionless by the side of a fallen tree. It struggled over to see what remained of the creature. It was dead, but intact. A lucky find to justify the journey. Now with its meal acquired, the wolf stumbled home, fighting the urge to rest before its family was fed. It had to make it home, so they could survive, even if it meant it'd end up dead. Avoiding other predators in its weakened state, the wolf made it home, where it could finally rest. It had witnessed the worst that nature had to offer, and survived, breathing with the strength of a creature who had passed the test.